Our last category of the day, the Volkswagen Challenge, proudly brought to you by Comsol. And Classes C will be separate from Class A and B this time due to the fields. Looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out, because usually the C's become a bit of an issue. We caught up with a couple of guys just to discuss how Class A, B and C differ in the cars and their outputs.
Class A, we're running a 2-litre FSI with 4 throttles on it, very good cam, and basically a standard bottom end with some Carrello rods. We can run 8-frame rods. Motors has got a rev limiter cut at 7.6. Pretty strong 6-speed gearbox, good proper racing car.
We run a 2-litre 8-valve Volkswagen engine from the Golf 3 GTI. We're allowed a customized exhaust system, but we only allowed one certain type of camshaft, as one set type of compression ratio, and obviously the Dunlop tyres. We're a bit open on the suspension, but all the cars have to weigh in at the same weight.
The 2-litre standard engine, limited modification to the valve seats, the intake, cylinder head, bottom end is all standard, the gearbox is not standard, and we're using road tyres.
So get those road tyres warmed up, because it's race 1 now for Class C. Elke van Vletter, the Bat Lady, always a big contender, as will John Johnson be as they head down towards turn 1. We're on board with John Johnson, our NASCAR import. As they head into turn 1, looks like he might drop back to 5th place. Good start there coming out of Graham Savage too. But at the front, looks like the Roos boys are going to have it all their own way, or is that going to change up by the time the checkered flag comes out?
On board with Philip Cruiser, and someone has decided to take a shortcut straight into the side of Philip Cruiser. And that was Grant Ball. So there was a big coming together there in turn 2, and the yellow flags there. But green flags back in racing again, and Luan Roos with a great start and getting away. Certainly looking like the front runner for sure in this class.
Vota Roos keeping the rest of the field at bay and playing the tail gunner role there for Nathan's Motorsport, keeping the Bat Lady, John Johnson and Sam Dell at bay for now, but not going to be easy to do. The Bat Lady is extremely quick, particularly around here. Johnson also getting much better and much quicker in the Circle Solar Solutions machine. Colatong, Golf 2 sideways and backwards, and hopefully not on the wall, just keeps it in the kitty litter. Tom got it all wrong there in turn 1.
Andy Gossman on board as we're going through turn 3. Starts to move to the right. Might have some sort of a problem as he comes out of that corner. There we go now. So we can see there is a problem for Andy Gossman. And unfortunately, he's going to be out of this race.
He's trying to go defensive, even though he's got some battle scars on the front end of that car, and try and keep out the second of the balls. Adrian Ball still on track. Behind him, of course, lots of cars still to come through. But at the front end, it's all about Luan Roos. He's pulled way away, and I don't think anybody's going to be worrying about second place, because Vota's hanging on to that one. The Bat Lady, though, still in with a shot, but John Johnson's managed to get through on her, so she's got to find a way through there and return the favour.
Well, Elke van Vletter must have been hunting for a way past Vota Roos, and so came to the pressure from John Johnson. No doubt she will not give this race up, and will be fighting hard to come back into the top 3 as the last lap board goes out.
For a chance now with only 2.0 Ks to go. Can the Bat Lady do anything about Johnson's attack? He sits in 3rd place. It's Polo's 1, 2 and 3. She'd love to have that Batmobile of hers up in the 3rd spot and possibly on the podium. She's got to try and find a way through on that car, and it's not going to be easy.
Well, she was certainly late on the brakes into the Renax from corner as we look at Andy Gossman's slightly damaged car going through the same turn. Back with the 79, John Johnson under massive pressure now from Elke van Vletter.
There's only a couple of things to go here, and the second corner comes up. This is the final one for Luan Roos. And Luan Roos going to just hang on for the checkered flag. Nice one for the Nathan's Motorsport crew. 1 and 2 for them, because I don't think Elke or John Johnson are going to get through on Vota Roos, and that's exactly how it finishes up. Although Elke van Vletter sneaking through there and getting past on John Johnson into the final corner for 3rd and 4th. Sam Dell comes through for 5, and Kraus in 6th place. We caught up with Luan after race number 1.
It was a great race. I qualified out front and I led for 2 laps. Then there was an incident at turn 2, and then we were under safety car for about 3 laps. And after that, the race restarted and I led and I won the race.
Time now to move into Class A and B, and some big names. We're hoping to go for the win in this one. We've seen just how quick this Comsol VW Challenge is up in the front of Class A.
Tasman Pepper with a great start off the line and heads into turn 1 in the lead. On the inside, looks like another super start from Rory Atkinson. Mikey's going around his outside, and Potter's on the inside as we go on board here with Callett's start of Class B. He's got some work to do, sitting in about 8th place as they head into turn 1. Who's going to get the drop? Around the outside. I think we might have seen Nick Clark get the whole shot. Let's have a squiz. Yes, Clark shot the whole shot. Darren is right on his tail. And Melee now in the thick of Class B as they go through turn 2.
Well, that's what it's like when you're going through such a tight corner. Everyone there fairly gentlemanly, like no incident this time around. Back to the front of Class A, and Waldy Monkeys in that third place, trying to chase down Rory Atkinson. And the lady up in the front, Tasman Pepper, once she gets a sniff of the lead, she's going to be a hard lady to beat.
Alpine Motors and Campos Transport supporting her. Looks like she's going to be a very tough one to beat today. Oh, Stian Krill absolutely sideways and up the inside of James Hurley. You don't do that often to Harry Potter, but Potter's lost out ground as well to Stevenson. Ian Stevenson sneaks through as Stian Krill opened up the door there. The dealer principal from Imperial Select doing a great job, and a welcome return to circuit racing for him. He's been spending a bit of time on the ovals, so he's eventually learned how to turn left and right now.
Oh, it was Devin Piazza Musso that was trying to find a way through, and that's Wayne Krause with a little bit of a wide line as he comes through turn 8. We go back towards the front end of Class B. That's Darren Nathan looking pretty good.
Yeah, changing up and taking the lead there. So Nathan's at the front, Clark in second, Francois Van Zyl, and then Brad Pitt Hall here. Looking good in fourth place. Got to bridge that gap ever so slightly. He's about 10 car lengths to the next car in third place. So Hall will be pushing hard and trying to bridge that gap as quickly as possible. In the background, Lindsay Kleur locking up into turn 2. Not what you want to be doing so early on in the race, putting a flat spot on those tyres. No worries whatsoever for Tasman. Rory equally balanced between second and third as he is to first and second, and hanging on for that second place ahead of Waldy Monkeys.
Very, very smooth. Hasn't put a wheel out of place just yet. And Rory Atkinson, this is the part of the track that he's normally very, very quick. He's had to drive to the absolute maximum just to stay in touch with Tasman Pepper up in the front. Look how quick he goes through that turn, even a little sideways to pitch it in. On board with Waldy Monkeys, seeing that he's got a little bit of a cushion over fourth place. And looks like third is going to be for Waldy.
A nice little flag to flag here for Tasman Pepper. I'll be very happy with that performance and coming across the line to take race 1 win in Class A ahead of Atkinson and Monkeys. Class B, here comes Darren down to the braking markers. Nick Clark just on his tail, but a long way back to third place, Francois Van Zyl.
Had to work hard for this one. Darren Nathan started the race in second place, eventually found a way past, so great drive from him.
Tasman Pepper taking the win ahead of Rory Atkinson and Waldy Monkeys. Stian Kriel in fourth place, a welcome return for him. Ian Stevenson and James Hurley. Devin Piazza Musso and Derek Smallberger make up Class A.
Darren Nathan with the win in Class B ahead of Nick Clark. Francois Van Zyl a little further back in third place ahead of Brad Hall. Andre Callett in fifth, and Dion Holiday rounds out the top 6.
We caught up with Tasman to see what happened in race 1.
So far this weekend's been really great. I mean, I've been topping the timesheets the whole weekend. We worked really hard on the car from Pakisa to now to get the car to work the way it is. And I'm really happy to drive it, and it's very consistent. And yeah, let's hope we keep getting the wins.
Straight into Class B's winner, Darren Nathan from Nathan's Motorsport.
Race 1 started, he got the better start to me. He was on the cleaner line. But I managed to get past him through turn 4. I think he put a wheel in the oil and we went through there pirouetting, but I managed to get him up at turn 5. I broke away a little bit, but then he started to come back. And when we got to turn 2, he ran it wide, and I knew there was 2 laps left and the gap was too big.
Let's go into Class C now and get it all sorted out for race number 2. A little bit of adjustments, a couple of tweaks on these cars, and will somebody find something to beat the 2 Nathan's Motorsport cars of the Roos boys at the front?
Leon Roos looking particularly confident at the moment. A great young driver there, and with Dan in the mix. In fact, Elke van Vletter, what a start. She needed to get that to get ahead of the rest of the pack. She didn't have the greatest of free heat once. She'll be looking for a win this time round.
She's up into second place though, because Leon was able to hang on, and on the inside, big manoeuvring happening there, trying to force the Bat Lady wide. And has he been able to make its tick? It's not Wouter Roos, it's actually Sam Dale. What a start there from Dale. And coming up on the inside, it looks like the Bat Lady's going to have to take evasive action again, because here comes a second car, and that's Sean Cross in the Ancro Building Projects machine, sneaking through up into third place. Bat Lady's down to 4. Savage on her tail. Wouter, not a good start from him. Battle Scars in the background is Andy Kosman. They've put a bit of duct tape and some zip ties onto that car, and he's still out there. John Pollock also in the second Comsol car, just a bit further back. Remember, that's the Polo Classic car. And Wouter's having some trouble. He got it all sideways. Speaking of trouble, Dale's going backwards in a big way. Sam Dale, I think, might have hit the kill switch or something, but that didn't go right. And he's gone right to the back of the pack.
Well, that's helped Elke van Vletter back up into third place. So she had gone backwards in the first couple of turns, but now back into a competitive situation as we go to Wouter Roos, who's been promoted up into third place at this stage, because Sean Krause is the man that separates him, and Luan Roos gone in the front.
Yeah, now trying to sneak through and get through on Krause. Can he do it? Yes. Door was left wide open there by Sean Kraus, and Vota said, thank you very much. I'll have that any day of the week. And I think the Bat Lady wants to go as well. So it's Russ 1 and 2 now. The Nathan's Motorsport crew, as they were in race number 1, are in the exact same positions for race 2. And Sean Kraus has got a battle royal on. Heads up, here comes the Bat Lady. That Polo should have a slight aerodynamic advantage, but it looks like the Golf has got a little bit of power advantage and uses a little bit more of the track than what she needs to. Can she go around the outside of 4? Wow, that is an incredible bit of driving there coming out of Alka.
Well, we know that she's not afraid to make a move, and around the outside, that was very brave and absolutely flat out. I think caught Sean Kraus a little bit by surprise. The surprise here has been John Johnson, who had such a great first race, a little further down this time, so not quite the start he would have liked.
Just behind Graham Savage. Savage now putting the pressure onto Kraus and realizes it could be a possibility he could sneak through as well. Checkered flag is out though, and Luan Ruus is going to win by 8.5 seconds over Dad. Vota Ruus in second, Alka van Vleuten hang on for third, and then it's all about Kraus, Savage and Johnson, Christelle and Duncan Murray. We caught up with double race winner Luan Ruus after race 2.
I had false lap in race 1, so I started out front for race 2. I didn't have a very good start, so Alka van Vleuten almost caught me in turn 1. Luckily I got away and I led the race from there.
Straight back into classes A and B now, and Tasman Pepper looking for a double, as will Darren Nathan. Could be a day of doubles here if they get it all right.
Oh, the Monkeys there getting a little bit of a squeeze from Stian Creel, who's looked fairly aggressive today, looking for a good result. Man from Cape Town, all bits and pieces of mirrors and cars flying out as they go through turn 1.
Creel, a little bit of touching there as well from Devin Piazzamusso and Ian Stevenson rubbing together. Harry Potter, not where he likes to be, on the outside of turn 2, being forced wide. And in fact, I think he's dropped right to the back of Class A. Class B, a good start once again out of Nathan and Clark. That should be the battle at the front end. We're a bit further back here with Adrian Wood, just trying to find a way through here. But this is how difficult it is. Look at that pack. They are 2 by 2 all the way down for the first 8 cars.
Wow, there was almost no touching of the brakes going through the Castrol Magnetec turn 4 and up the hill. You want good momentum going through there, but that took some great driving skills. Andre Kalitz looking for a little bit of an inside lineup here. He's going to have to be very late on the brakes and very brave.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to catch a 600cc rider out though. Michael Harris, coming from 600cc motorcycle racing, will certainly know how to brake late, and that's exactly what he's done and kept Kalitz out for now. Stian Creel keeping out Atkinson and main squeeze. Wow, these two are going at it. I can't believe how well Stian Creel is going. It's his first time at Zwartkops. It's his first time back in circuit racing in a long time, and he's just got to grips with this car so well. Now trying to keep out 2 of the biggest protagonists in the Comsol Volkswagen Challenge.
Well, there we go. It's not about to be for too long, because Rory Atkinson said, I'm coming through because there is a blue Polo up on the front that's starting to clear out. Rory Atkinson won't like that. There is James Hurley. That must have been courtesy of that first lap incident. He's out. As we go to the front end of Class B, and Nick Clark trying to go up the inside of Darren Nathan, and at turn 3 providing some of the best action today.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And now it looks like Clark's got through 4. Yes, he's got ahead. Just squeezing Nathan out. Nathan will try to come straight back at him. The idea here with Comsol Volkswagen Challenge, if you get past, try and make the pass back as soon as you can. Incredibly, up in 3rd place, it's not Francois van Zyl this time. The Hellerman Titan car of Brad Pitt Hall has got through, and he's got a chance of getting a great overall. Problems once again for Wayne Kraus in the King Price Insurance car, parked on the sideline with Harry Potter.
The 131 is your race leader. That's 3-wheel action as they go through the corner. Tasman Pepper, but this is the front end of Class B, which is providing some of the best action. And around the outside, Darren Nathan. That's running a little wide. Now we are side by side on board with Nick Clark. They'll be eyeing each other out, going up into this Sassel right-hander.
Has he gone late on the brakes? Has he gone maybe too late on the brakes? Nick Clark trying to keep out Nathan. The checkered flag is out for Tasman Pepper. That's 2 wins on the day for her. Can Nathan make it 2 on the day for him? He's going to come through side by side with Nick Clark. He's going to pull out. No, he's not. Clark is going to hang on and beat him to the line. Incredible stuff there for Class B. Well, Larry, exactly what we expected. A double day for all the classes. Tasman with a double win ahead of Rory Atkinson and Mankies. Stian Creel, Ian Stevenson and Davin Piazzamusso.
This time though, Nick Clark with a win in Class B ahead of Darren Nathan. Brad Hall in 3rd place. Francois van Zyl, great drive in 4th. And Millet Stewart rounds out the top 5.
In terms of the championship, Darren Nathan still hangs on to the lead ahead of Nick Clark. Improvements coming out of Van Vleuten, coming out of Tasman Pepper and out of Valdi Mankies. So let's see what happens at the next round. Tasman Pepper, after a double victory, must be very happy.
And the guys are going to be doing some work over the next break to the next race, so we're going to have to work even harder to make sure we keep that gap and keep that lead in the championship.
Straight into Class B's race 2 winner, Nick Clark.
this race I wasn't going to let him go. Hey? I wasn't going to give him the light of day. Dived him every chance I could. He dived me every chance he could. We were side by side most of the race. Oh, best race of my life by far. Great series. Thanks, guys.